the marketers were out marketing the coaches and the good masterminds. I sit there and say, honey, I want to build a platform and I want to help people cut out the noise, find their signal, build their bridge. And I want to help people, whether it's $500 or $5,000, know that when they invest it in a coach or a mastermind, that they aren't being taken advantage of. Because what I realized real quickly is the marketers were out marketing the coaches and the good masterminds. Now, here's the thing. There's great marketers out there. And that's good. You need those advertising agencies. But when an advertising agency is selling something that really haven't tested, isn't tried, isn't true, they're just looking to sell a product and what they are, that's a problem. And so the marketers were out marketing the real coaches and the real masterminds. And I'm like, no, it's over a $50 billion a year industry. And they say within the next 5 to 10 years, self-education is going to be somewhere between $300 to $350 billion a year. Mm-hmm. There's nothing really regulating the wild, wild west. It's like the new internet. And if you know how to market, man, you are riding that pony all the way into town. That's so right. I sit there and I'm like, this is what I want to do. I want to build a matching rating knowledge-based center so we can take consumers to members, and members are free. And we can take the coaches and masterminds, and that's free. And how do we match them together? And so someone who's, talking to us about raising some capital for this right now said, you guys are the TripAdvisor for self-education, for masterminds and coaches. You guys are the TripAdvisors. You're going to take this side and this side, and you're going to find a way to bring them together and make sure on that journey, whatever they're doing matches up. And so I realized why we're building this. And this was March of 2019. So someone said to me recently, like, man, because of COVID, this is really needed. I said, I get that, but this didn't come out of COVID. I can draw this back to March of 2019.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, so you had this idea. I'm like, yeah, it wasn't because of COVID that I came up with this. I just realized there was a problem almost 2 years ago now. And so the mastermind effect is the pebble in the pond. If one person listens to it and reaches out and works with the right coach or the right mastermind, then the mastermind effect has done its job. That's where I get to interview the result leaders, the activators, not the thought leaders. My 6-year-old wakes up in the morning, he has a thought. Sometimes they're pretty funny, but it doesn't mean we should go follow him into battle. And we wanted the activators, the result leaders. So that's who I interview on the mastermind effect. If one person is impacted and is affected by that and reaches out to the coach, then it did its job. But it's kind of like the measuring stick. We can find out, are they a right fit for the platform? Because it's got a pretty good BS meter on there. And it's allowed me to get into a conversation with someone where they say, I only have to be one step ahead of the people that I'm teaching. And I'm like, whoa, well, that means you're one step ahead of them stepping in a landmine. That's not a good thing. And that's the pebble in the pond. The Success Finder, which is the mother company to the podcast, is the mountain in the ocean to help change and make sure that we can get from point A to point B by cutting out the noise and making sure we're being taught by the best of the best that are going to get you to where you want to go to make a real impact. And then there's a lot of details in between of being a for-purpose company and the bells and whistles we're going to have on the platform. But that gives you an overview of where I started by using the word no as a motivator to build something that is for purpose to help people out there, because it's important to me to solve a problem now.